Hello friends and potential friends. Well, I've been clearing out here underneath the plum tree, making it a bit easier for me to get to the plums. Just got a little bit more to go before I can get to the ditch. In fact, as you can probably see, the water is flowing good right now. Today's Wednesday, our last irrigation day for the week. I've been clearing out in here, and I've got my eye on a couple of plants. There's one right here. You may or may not recognize it. That's a plum tree. And if it's a separate stem from that one next to it, I may be trying to dig that one up and take it back to Florida with me. There's a few more small ones in here too. The plums have been a little bit light this year, but we're still got some. I'll put what pictures I have at the end of the video. Mom's made plum jelly a couple of times, or plum syrup. And she made some plum wine last year. But there are a few. And they sure are good too, let me tell you. And now, thanks to a lot of hacking, I could actually get to them. But I'm still not going to climb that tree to get the few that are up at the top. Mom's flowers are looking nice. She was out here pulling seeds off of some of them the other day. And here's my mulberry cuttings. I'm trying two different varieties. Got these ones in water, and these ones I just got the other day, and I put them directly into soil. So we'll see if either technique works out better. These have been in here for over a week now, and surprisingly, some of the leaves are still supple. Not all of the leaves have fallen off. So there might be some life left in some of them sticks. Green stalk is doing pretty good. We're getting some lettuce up here at the top. Got some basil going. This one's tag says lettuce, but that doesn't look like lettuce to me. And the cilantro is all going to seed, as expected. Been in the 90s quite a bit lately. Over in the kitchen garden, we're still eating Swiss chard. We've got some eggplants coming along over here. One nice one down here at the bottom. Hope you can see that in the shade. And then there are a couple others. There's one tiny one starting up right here. A few more starting. A few more blossoms on there. May have to come up with a support for that thing before long. And kind of interesting, we have this summer squash over here that is actually two summer squash fused together. The two flowers came up side by side, and as they started growing, they stuck together. So we're gonna have to pick those pretty soon, because I'm fighting squash bugs on this plant too. They're not as bad as back in the main garden, but I've had to spray this down a few times, including this morning. Leeks are looking good. Basil's looking good. Chives are putting off some pretty flowers. The kale we've been eating too. Peppers are not doing much this year. But this Better Boy tomato up here has been giving us tomatoes for the last couple of weeks. And there's another one down there starting to turn pink right now. And incidentally, we had a couple of Praxis cherry tomatoes for lunch today. I mentioned this is a light year for plums. Well, this is the little plum tree next to the wood pile. And it's only had a few fruit on it. In fact, I see a couple right here. That one there looks like it's ready to be eaten. And there's another one right down here. I'll leave that one on for later. They're tiny, but they sure are good. And the yellow plums up there, there are only a few on that tree too. And it looks like some of them are ripe. I could probably climb up there and get some, but it just doesn't look like it's worth the effort this year. Yep, there's one of our rock chucks. He saw me and he ran. I don't know whether I caught him on the camera or not. He's hiding behind that brick pile right now. There he goes. Let's see if I can zoom in on him. Yeah, that's what they call a rock chuck around here. I guess because there's not enough wood to call him a woodchuck. They used to run all over the place out here, but since people have been here full time, they've been staying farther and farther from the house. The water's flowing good, and a lot of this pasture's turning green. Look at that, there's water coming up within about 8 feet of the gate now. Weeds and pumpkins. But looking good. There's a lot of green out there. And back in the main part of the garden, I'm still fighting them squash bugs. We got one watermelon down there that is really trying. I noticed it put on a flower this morning, and it better hurry up because it doesn't have much time left. Still got quite a few pumpkins and squash in here I'm trying to save. Put some mulch over top of the one spaghetti squash because it was just out in the open. We were worried it was going to get sunburned or something. And we got back over here, we do have one more pumpkin that's looking pretty good, and that particular vine looks pretty healthy. Couple more spaghetti squash in here. And the one big pumpkin, it's turning colors, but that's not a color I've ever seen on a pumpkin. So I'm not sure what's going on there. So far it's still alive and healthy with its spaghetti squash right above it. Potatoes are doing good. Looks like they're fixing to start blooming. The other squash plants, or pumpkin plants, are doing good. These are the kind Mom grew last year. There's one there. There are several others. There's one right down there. I've got to watch where I step because there are more down in here. A couple of them there. And I believe there was one more hiding down in here. Oh, and there's another one over there. Did I point at that one before? But they're doing good. Mom's artichokes are not doing much of anything. And we're still getting okra off of this little tiny okra tree. A little bit over a foot tall for some reason. I guess it's decided that getting enough sun, it doesn't really have to get tall. Tomatoes, on the other hand, they're getting tall. Got plenty of blossoms, but except for the Praxis cherry tomatoes, they're not putting on fruit. We picked 2 of the Praxis this morning, and there's a lot more of them still on the vines. They're doing good. But as far as the rest of these plants, this is the only Better Boy tomato we've got out here. Or at least the only one I've spotted so far. The plants look healthy. They're just not producing fruit. Except for the Praxis. And the Praxis is taking a long time to ripen. So I'm not sure what's going on this year. All these plants, and we're getting very few tomatoes. And then the second wave of tomatoes, they're looking healthy as well. Lots of blossoms. Just not seeing any fruit yet. And this mystery plant over here, Mom is pretty much determined that that's a plantain plant, or a broadleaf plantain. She's been doing some research, and we're waiting to see it send up some flower stalks. That'll kind of definitely show what it is. But that's got medicinal uses to it. You can make salves and ointments out of it, tinctures and things like that. And then the broccoli down here at the end, something's eating a little bit of it, but most of it is healthy and surviving. Still finding some grass in here from time to time. And the one lone asparagus spears still hanging in there. So that may become Mom's patience garden. All in all, this is a nice place to sit in the morning before the sun hits it. But now the sun's getting pretty hot, so I think I'm going to bring this to a close, and I'll see y'all next time. Oh, before I go, did I mention we got a bunch of volunteer sunflowers popping up here? I watch them every day. They turn and follow the sun all day. But these are black oil sunflower seeds that Mom had planted last year. In fact, there's some of the remnants of them. And they just planted themselves this year. Be fun to watch them grow. Now I'll see y'all next time.